So it's about 5 o'clock in the morning now, and our sunrise only at 7, but I've got an idea that I want to show you today. If you've ever been in high school and tried to convince a girl that it's a good idea to go on a date with you, this is more or less what it felt like waking up this little girl this morning. The dogs were Bugsy running there. He was much more happy about going on a date. She's struggling with the gate. Much more happy about going on the date than her. There you go. So the idea is to take this little girl and these dogs and you along and make some breakfast. Probably the first thing that you'll ever be able to make from your own produce when you get into permaculture or into gardening. And while we're doing that, I'm going to show you some cool things on the farm. So we've got a kettle on. The fire is maybe a bit hot, but it's mostly stick wood, so it will calm down soon. And I quickly want to show you the visitor center that we are busy building. So recently we brought these 2 rocks here. It's quite a lot of hard work for the guys, I must admit. That is a tire that we use as a table. And then this is a dam that the kids and I built. We moved the jumping or the climbing frame over there. And over there we are busy constructing some shade, and also serves as a treehouse for the kids. Now this will become a lot bigger, and that will serve 2 purposes. Basically, I want to invite everybody that watch permaculture videos, especially the ones that watch my permaculture videos, to come and use this as a camping site for free, as long as you don't mind me chatting about permaculture and showing me my farm. I would love to welcome you. Come visit Namibia, and if you're in Namibia, come and call me, give me a call. I'll leave my number below. Come camp here for free. We are busy planning ablution facilities. It's a story with the municipality to do it in a cheap way, to get the right permits and things, or otherwise we face fines. And our facilities are basically right next to Damien's forest. As you can see, the sun is coming up now. As a wise man once said, at least see a sunrise at least once a day. Make it a priority to see a sunrise at least once a day. And yeah, see the sunrise. Anyway, so our facility is right next to Damien's forest. It's a food forest that we are busy constructing. It's still very, very early stages. The cold gave us quite a hard time. But as you can see, there is life in the tires. These are some mulberry trees. The cold, I think, has passed, and the trees knows it. They are coming back with a vengeance. I don't know if you can see, but this one is actually carrying some fruit. And all these tires, it looks horrible now because of these little moscove ducks, but they are here to control the termites, and they are doing a magnificent job. Mulch like that here would not have lasted for 3 days without them, and since we introduced them, they have taken care of the termites quite a bit. They stay in there at night. All of these feathers, I know it looks horrible, but all of this is nutrition, and once the rain comes back, all of this will fill up with vegetation, and then the feathers will disappear into mulch. As you can see, down there is a tree. There is a little tree down there. There's some onions here. So this is a zai pit, a little tree in there. Then in the back there you see they put a can there, the guys, where they put the hosepipe in there sometimes when they water it, so the hosepipe doesn't cause erosion. But it's got a little bank, and it basically catches the water that runs over from those pits over there. Now on the edge here, just have to try and hold my phone while I'm using my knife. That's quite a story. I don't know how the guys, YouTube guys, do it. We've got some onions growing here. You see something has been showing. But on the edge here, we've got some onions growing. And instead of yanking them out, I'm just gonna take some leaves. Like that. Well, that will grow back. And then these leaves we'll use sort of in the spring onion fashion in the food. Hello, beautiful. Next thing I want to do is grab some spinach from our grey water garden. Now we don't feed the vegetables grey water, but we have a grey water system going in there, there and there, and that in turn feeds these papayas. I know it doesn't look like the most productive papayas at the moment. As you can see, there's the life coming back there after the cold, and there's the life coming back there after the cold. But before I snap the spinach, I quickly want to show you something else. So I had the idea yesterday that spring is coming and all the cold is over, and then I came here and these things popped up overnight. The new growth. So this will now be the second year of growth. We chopped some of the leaves off for the first time, and these prickly pears are now pushing out new life, which is fantastic. Interesting thing about a prickly pear is each one of these eyes here, see these little dots there, each one of them has the ability to either grow into a root, into a new leaf, or into a fruit. So with the spinach you can just cut the outside leaves and then they will grow back strong. And for this meal you only need about a handful. And so this is this little patch over here that we have to harvest. Then you cut out the hard part and boil the soft parts. Now, in our part of the world, spinach is probably the easiest vegetable to grow. You just plant them and they grow like weeds. The only thing that kills them here is the birds. When they are very young, the birds come and peck them away. So if you've got protection against birds, then spinach is your crop. So the next thing we have to do is collect some eggs. Now, there's a lot of things that I would change about this chicken coop if I were ever to build it. I would give you access from the outside for the eggs, that's the main thing. Lift the roof a little bit so you can stand up when you're cleaning on the inside, and then water and feeding from the outside as well without having to go in. So those are the three things I would change. And then the main reason why you want to do it, you see, my little daughter is laughing already because this rooster is not a happy chap. He likes to chase people, so I need to watch him carefully. And then the other thing that we do in this chicken coop is we place rubber eggs. And we place rubber eggs so that when the chickens start pecking at eggs, they feel that eating a rubber egg is not that fun. Okay, let's go out before the rooster chases us. My mother-in-law decided to join us. She's too shy to look at the camera. She said she'll be on the camera, but as long as she doesn't have to look up. You see, this lady, I like her enough that I'll even buy her a new broom if the one she's riding on breaks. Okay, so the very first thing you do once you made the coffee you should put in the onions and enough butter. I see that's maybe quite too hot, so you can never have too much butter. And then you can put in the spinach after that. The spinach, basically what you want to do is you want to cut the white part out on these sides. You just chop it like that, and then we don't use any pesticides. These ones haven't even seen any wood vinegar, so nothing has ever been sprayed on them, which obviously makes them quite healthy. Now once you got that ready, then you bundle them up like this, and you just chop them roughly like that, and then you add that to your onions. Stop on. So once the spinach are ready, you can start with the eggs. Now this is going to be a scramble story, but this also makes a nice omelette. If you ever wanted to pre-mix your ingredients and add some milk and then make a omelette from it. And this has now become a race to see if I can crack all the eggs before my mother-in-law's back gives in. Okay, so this is it. This is our final product here. Spinach, onions and eggs. And this is what the dish looks like. Dished up on a little bit of rye bread and a nice cup of coffee. Always forget to say this, but please like and subscribe, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.